Based on the Baal Shem Tov's teaching to say every day the chapter of Tehillim corresponding to one's age, we've been saying the whole year chapter 121 because it corresponds to the Rebbe's age. Sunday, the 11th day of Nisan, is the Rebbe's birthday. So we're going to be changing to chapter 122. So I want to invite you, join me now in reciting together the entire chapter 121 in your Tehillim. Shir Lamalos Esoina Lehoman Me'ayin Yova Yezer Yezer Mimadonoi Ois Shomayim V'Oretz Alitin Emot Reglecha Shemrecha Hinei Lo Yonu V'Rishon Shem Yisrael Adonai Shemrecha Adonai Tzilcha Al Yad Yiminecha Yoyma Mashemesh Lo Yakeko V'Yoreach Ba Lo Ilo Adonai Yishmocho Mikol Roi Yishmor Es Nafshecha Adonai Yishmor Tzischo V'Yecho Miato V'Yad Oy Lohom. And let us give tzedakah together. And my traditional Friday story. Yeah, it became a tradition already. After the Holocaust, a group of people have come to the Rebbe and had this idea so as to commemorate over 1 million children and so many adults, but particularly they're focusing on the children who perished who were murdered during the Holocaust. And they felt to remember this, every Jewish home at the Seder should have an empty chair to remind us there's somebody missing at the table. And they wanted the Rebbe to endorse this idea. And the Rebbe said the idea is very interesting, but he can't endorse it. And the Rebbe asked, what are you going to accomplish with an empty chair? Actually, what you're doing is you're telling Hitler, Yamach Shemoy, that he is successful. No, we want to show him that he was not successful. We're not going to leave an empty chair. What we're going to do, let's go find what the Rebbe called him the fifth child, the child who is not at a Seder, and bring him into your Seder and fill that chair with a child who unfortunately is getting lost spiritually, who is going through the spiritual Holocaust, and fill the chair with this child. The Rebbe's look on positive building rather than just commemorating past sorrow. So I want to share with you something that touched me deeply. One of the Pesachs, I came home relatively late. I mean, in terms of after the services, everybody was sitting ready at the Seder because I had to go conduct the Seder in an old age home, and then I went home to my family and do the Seder with the family. As I come closer to the block where I live, I see on the corner of the street a friend of mine, a neighbor of the block, standing in the street and he's searching. And I say, Tzvi, matam chapes? What are you looking for? So he says, I'm looking for my guest. I said, what do you mean looking for your guest? It's an hour and a half past the time that everybody starts the Seder. He doesn't have your address. If he hasn't come till now, why are you standing in the street? He says, no, I don't know who my guest is. I'm looking for a guest. He says, you're standing in the street to look for a guest? He says, yeah. I'm sure that if I stand long enough, I will find somebody Jewish who's walking by who maybe didn't go to a Seder. And I'm looking for one like this. I was touched, and I said, do you mind if I stand with you? Maybe we'll find two guests. With pleasure. The street corner was like facing the metro station. And suddenly a young man with school bag on the shoulder is coming out from the metro subway. And Tzvi says, I'm crossing the street. Well, let's find out if this guy's Jewish. Hello, young man. Tonight is Pesach, Passover. Do you know what Passover is? Heard about it. You're Jewish. Yes, I am. Where are you going to do the Seder? What's a Seder? The Passover night celebration. Oh, I remember when I was a little child, we used to go to our grandparents and they would make like a nice family get together. The brisket was delicious, but I haven't practiced. And Tzvi asks him, would you want to join me? and have that experience. This young man looks at him, found a little stranger. A stranger walks over to him just like this, but the guy looked nice, not threatening. Yeah, I will join. And Tzvi walked home with his guest, the happiest man in the world. And I got to tell you, they developed a relationship, a long-standing relationship. So my friends, go find the child. Still have enough time till Pesach. You don't have to wait till the Seder night like Tzvi did. Still have enough time to go and find that one person that doesn't have where to go for the Seder. Invite him to your home. Make him feel welcome. And God will invite us to His home, to the Beis HaMikdash, where we're all welcome.